Eric Massey.
Present.
Thank you. Simon Lara.
Present.
Thank you. Robert Vondenacker.
Present.
Thank you. Tracy Conaway. Nick Russo.
Present.
Thank you. Isaias Romero.
Present.
Thank you. Michael Carr.
Present.
Thank you. Chris Agno.
Here.
Thank you. Taylor Shadron.
Here.
Thank you. Robert Stratman.
Present.
Thank you. Dan Crenshaw. Lori Zelda Stoller.
Present.
Thank you. Jack McCallis.
Present.
Thank you. Janet Kozinski. Patrick James. Wendy Kreitz. Wayman Allen. Robert Parks.
Here.
I'm sorry. David Tavares. Mr. Chair, did I miss anyone? Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
A quorum is now present. Good morning, members of the MAG Solid Waste Advisory Committee. This meeting is now called to order. For those around the table, please turn on your microphone when speaking. For those participating via Zoom, please state your name when making a comment or asking a question. The MAG public comment process allows members of the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction. If you would like to comment at today's our meeting, please complete the request to speak form. MAG staff can assist with any questions you may have. Parked in the garage, a validation stamp is available on the counter. If you purchase a transit ticket to come to the meeting, please see staff for a ticket. Hearing assisted devices are available from MAG staff. Our next our item is call to the audience. This is the opportunity for the public to comment on items that fall under MAG's jurisdiction that are not on the agenda, informational items or items on the agenda for discussion and not for action. 15 minutes will be provided for the call to the audience unless the chair requests an exception to this limit. I have received no requests to speak for the call to the audience. MAG also provides the opportunity for members of the public to submit written comments via the MAG website. Any comments received 2 hours prior to the meeting have been shared with committee members in advance of the meeting for consideration and will be included in the formal the meeting minutes. MAG staff, have we received any online written comments for the call to the audience?
Mr. Chair, no written comments have been received.
Okay, thank you. Our next item is number 3 on the agenda, which is the approval of the September 9th, 2025 meeting minutes. Does any member of the committee have any questions? All right, prior to the approval of meeting minutes, there is an opportunity for members of the public to comment. I have received no requests for this agenda item. MAG staff, have received any online written comments for this item?
Mr. Chair, no written comments have been received.
All right, is there a motion to approve agenda item number 3?
Robert Vondenacker, City of Buckeye. Motion to approve.
Thank you, Robert. We have a motion to approve from Robert from City of Buckeye. Is there a second?
Second, Robert Stratman, Maricopa County.
Thank you. We have a second. A roll call vote will now be taken at this time by Lisa Young.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Members of the committee, when I call your name, please state your vote. J.B. Shaw. J.B. Shaw. Eric Massey.
Aye.
Thank you. Simon Lara.
Aye.
Thank you. Robert Vandenacker.
Aye.
Thank you. Nick Russo.
Aye.
Thank you. Tim Wainscott. Isaias Romero.
Aye.
Thank you. Michael Carr.
Aye.
Thank you. Chris Año.
Aye.
Thank you. Taylor Shadron.
Aye.
Thank you. Robert Stratman.
Aye.
Thank you. Dan Crenshaw. Lori Zelda Stoller.
Aye.
Thank you. Jack McCallus.
Aye.
Thank you. Janet Kaczynski. Patrick James. Wendy Kreitz.
Aye.
Thank you. Raymond Allen. Chair Parks.
Aye.
Thank you. David Tavares. Did I miss anyone? Mr. Chair, we have a unanimous vote.
Okay, thank you. We will now go to our fourth item on the agenda, which is solid waste changes to the Maricopa County Environmental Health Code. This item is on the agenda for information and for discussion. Robert Stratman from Maricopa County Environmental Services will present this item. We'll turn the time over to you, Robert.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and MAG staff. Hey, I was asked to give a couple updates as stated here for today's agenda item on our recent code changes related to solid waste variances. I also have for kind of reference, so I also have Brian Isley from Maricopa County available for any questions that I may not be able to directly answer today too as well. So just a few slides. It's not as significant in terms of volume of code updates, but obviously it impacts all of the municipalities that previously had variances. So this is in line, the discussion today is in line with our department's mission as it relates to providing safe food, water, and waste disposal and vector-borne disease reduction controls throughout Maricopa County. We can go to the next one. Okay, so I'll give a quick little background. The Maricopa County Environmental Health Code historically it required twice weekly garbage and refuse collection, and this was in line with the Arizona Administrative Code until recently in the beginning of 2025 when the Administrative Code was updated to only requiring once weekly pickup as the standard. Obviously the Environmental Health Code did allow for operators to previously obtain a variance for providing less than twice weekly refuse disposal services. And we had to review and approve those variances. You can see here on the slide as well is we had 18 refuse collection variances historically that met this criteria. We had 18 municipalities, many of you are part of those, submitted for having less than twice weekly refuse collection. Most of those were justified through the introduction and the use of diversion through recycling programs. You can go to the next slide, please. So once the DEQ finalized the administrative code update in the beginning in February of 2025, Maricopa County wanted to remain in alignment with administrative code. So we recently amended the Maricopa County Health Code to align and follow what changes that were made in the administrative code, which was to only require at the minimum standard once weekly pickup for refuse collection. The allowance for a variance still is in place, but the variance now would be any municipality that wanted to offer refuse collection less than once a week, but it is no longer required for as long as you maintain one refuse pickup per week. And that just highlights there the section of the code and that has been updated to reflect and again and align with the administrative code, Arizona Administrative Code. Next slide, please. Again, this is kind of more of kind of summarizing what that then means. Once weekly pickup is the minimum standard in the administrative code, and also now is the minimum standard through Maricopa County. There's changes you can see bulleted there is once weekly refuse collection is a new minimum standard. The former refuse collection variances for once weekly collection are now eliminated and no longer required. And then a new variance would only be required in instances where a municipality wanted to justify and support less than once weekly pickup. Next slide, please. And to try to answer the questions that had come up throughout the review and stakeholder process, we put these questions together, Brian and I did, to hopefully answer questions that you may have. And if you have questions that are not on the slide, we can definitely address those today as well too. So I'll quickly go through these here. What is happening to the current refuse collection variance permit to provide trash pickup once per week? Those have been closed out. No inspections will occur related to those previous variances, and no additional fees when they were set to expire will be collected. They're closed out and no longer required. Next question is, do I need a refuse collection variance permit? And the answer to that is only if you're going to be providing trash pickup less than once per week. Am I still required to submit a report to the county regarding a refuse collection? And the answer is no. That would only come into play is if a new variance application was submitted and reviewed and approved, and the subsequent requirements that would be in place for that variance. And does this affect any recycling operations for cities? And the answer is no. Again, this variance is specific to refuse collection. If any municipality maintains at least once per week service, you are in compliance with Maricopa County as well as Arizona's administrative code. That is everything in a nutshell. I'd just like to open it up if there are any questions that myself or Brian can answer that were not addressed through this update.
Hey, Robert, this is Lori Zelda with the City of Phoenix. Thank you for the presentation. That's great. Are you aware of any cities in Maricopa County that are going to be having a variance for less than 1 week collection?
I would have to let Brian is the one who runs that program, but I have not, and he could probably just validate if I'm incorrect, but we have not received any requests for a variance of going less than once a week. But Brian, you can correct me if I'm wrong on that.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. I'm Brian Nisley, Managing Supervisor in the Water and Waste Management Program. And Lori, no, we have had no inquiries regarding variances for less than once weekly pickup thus far.
Okay, yeah, just interested to know because I've seen other big cities move to maybe more like an every other week garbage collection. So in that scenario, then I would think the variance would be required there.
Yeah, that'd be correct.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, well, I appreciate the time and providing the update on the recent changes. And again, as you can see, our contact information is on the slide. So if you think of anything else from either yourself or your team members, feel free to reach out to either of us and we'll be happy to help.
Thank you very much, Robert. All right, we'll go to the item number 5 on the agenda, which is the collection, storage, and recycling of lithium-ion batteries. This item is on the agenda for information and discussion. It's an opportunity is provided for committee members to discuss their efforts with the collection and storage and recycling of lithium-ion batteries. I will turn the time over to Michael Carr from the City of Glendale. This is an item that he wanted to discuss, and we'll let him begin and kind of share some of his thoughts or concerns or things that he was hoping to learn, and then we will open it up for everyone to discuss.
Yeah, good morning. Thank you very much, and I appreciate the time to talk about this and get some input from other cities. So currently, I think everybody's aware of the issues and dangers of lithium-ion batteries, some of the problems that we're having with vehicle fires, and for myself, having a landfill. We do experience landfill fires, unfortunately, quite often. So I kind of wanted to go over what we're currently doing and then see, go around the group and see what everybody else is doing to, number one, collect, store, and recycle these batteries. So first off, we do offer our curbside hazardous waste program. So twice a year, we allow residents to place out, hazardous waste to recycle. We have a company that comes around and collects that material, and we're able to get the weights from that to determine how much materials we're collecting. So from that, it's actually kind of a low number that we receive for lithium-ion batteries, and it's about 12% of our actual total waste collected. So it's kind of a low output on that side of it. We also do a event where we recycle cell phones. So we post, put boxes around the city, and we allow residents to come in and drop off old cell phones so that we can get those properly recycled. And we do a battery recycling event once per year in conjunction with our fire department. We just had that event a couple of weeks ago, and surprisingly, not a lot of lithium-ion batteries, mostly car batteries and small nickel and lead batteries. So nothing really came from that one as far as what we're hoping to see as far as lithium-ion batteries. One of our biggest challenges right now is the encampment cleanups. So our police department is doing cleanups on encampments, and they're finding a lot of lithium-ion batteries, whether it's in phones, laptops, or they have the vape pens, things like that. So we're getting a lot of batteries from that. We've set up a separate storage container here on our facility that is in its own contained area. In case anything catches fire, we can, we'll limit damage to any structures or vehicles. And then we have Carry Environmental that comes and picks that up when we call them. Basically, it's on call for any time we fill that container up. And then we are starting a public outreach program. So in the next coming months, we'll be wrapping our vehicles with messages about recycling lithium-ion batteries. We do also some training at public meetings. So we partnered up with the fire department, and we've been going to the adult center, some of those places where we can host a public meeting and kind of inform residents about the dangers of having lithium-ion batteries in their homes. And then we have updated all our flyers and handouts. One of the things that we're trying to figure out is closing the loop on recycling around us, is recycling those batteries. If there's somebody that anybody knows of who's a good partner, where we can have or let our residents know they can take batteries there, I think that would probably help us out quite a bit, having that partner who is willing to take the batteries. But anyways, that's where we are with our collection, storage, and recycling. And I just kind of wanted to see where everybody else was and if they had any other input or ideas.
Hey, Michael, it's Bobby from Surprise. So, I mean, just a lot like you, we're just trying to do a kind of a twofold. As one, increase awareness, and then two, increase opportunities for people to get rid of their material. So, I mean, for several years, we've only had 2 household hazardous waste events. And then this year we just went to once a month to try to give people more opportunities. Because I think one of the challenges is having it 2 times a year. They'd have to have a choice of, do I hold it in my garage for 4 months, or do I just throw it away in the trash can, and once it's on the curb, it's no longer my problem and it's your guys's your problem. And and as long as I don't see smoke when it leaves my house, then I'll be good to go. And so we're trying to give more opportunities for residents any way that we can. Again, we use Cary Environmental for that. We don't have a closed loop of a vendor besides them that we work with specifically on it. But one of the things that we have done is we've updated our cans, and now with Sierra Containers is who we use right now, and we have an in mold labeling that on all of our cans now on our lids that's pretty large and in color of a lithium ion, and specifically that on our can lids and molds to try to help people. So when they go to throw it away, they look at on their can lid and there's a picture of everything with batteries that they're not supposed to throw away. So I don't know how that will help. We've only been doing it for a couple months now, but that's one thing that we wanted to do as part of our increase of awareness, is try to get it to something that they see specifically when they go to throw it away, as they see it there on their can and not just on our trucks, maybe once every several months or something like that, or they have to go and they have to look for it online on our website or on our outreach on social media. So that's what we've done. Again, it's just kind of that small, consistent updates and changes that we're trying to do. We don't have anything drastic that we have done yet. So
That's great, Bobby. I appreciate it. And would you be able to share the image you guys have on the containers, on the carts?
yeah, I can send that over to you for sure.
That'd be great. Appreciate it.
Hey, this is Robert, City of Buckeye. We've been working to increase awareness too. I mean, I think everybody probably has something along those lines, because we recognize the horrible impact from lithium-ion batteries. We just included it as part of our household hazardous waste, which we have available as monthly drop-off. But we just added a website or a web page on our city site that's specifically for batteries. And we're scheduling for either 1 or 2 email blasts this month, as people are gearing up for the holidays and the Christmas children's toys, and we know that we're going to get a bunch of old stuff being thrown out and new stuff, and even these button batteries that are in cards and all this. I think we've got a new or continuing increasing problem with these batteries. So we are also adding some messages to social media, trying to make them fun and funny. We have a new social media lady that's just doing a bunch of different things for the city, and this is one of them. We haven't created any performance metrics or measured our volumes for how much we've received yet, but we have a shelf dedicated to batteries in our household hazardous waste area, and it is increasingly getting full every month. So, but that would be our next step, is how much are we truly seeing as our throughput, and what should we be aiming at? Like how much material is people throwing away regarding lithium batteries every year? So if anybody has any information on that would be good to see. That's what Buckeyes get.
Thanks, Robert. Yeah, I agree. I think that's something we're definitely missing, as well as the data showing basically the impact of the batteries, because I think I mentioned another meeting a few weeks ago, it's hard to determine whether the fire was started by the battery or something else, because they burn so hot and so fast that everything catches fire around it, and we don't really review it close enough to see what the data is. But I really like the separate specific page on the website for lithium-ion batteries. I think that's something we're looking to. So thank you.
Mr. Chair, Chris Agno has his hand up. Chris Agno would like to speak.
Yes. Hello. Yeah, I just wanted to chime in as far as the city of Goodyear. We've also put no batteries messaging on the lids of all of our containers going out. I can show a picture of a mock-up of one of those lids if you would like. Also on our website, we have a link to the Call to Recycle. I don't know if you guys know, but they have a really good website that has a page that has an interactive map that you can go to, and it has, you know, rechargeable batteries, single-use batteries, e-bike batteries, cell phone, high energy batteries. You check whatever it is you have, and it shows locations all around you and where they accept those types of batteries. It's a great resource, and like I said, we have a direct link to that page on our city webpage. So,
Not to plug in for not my city, but the city of Goodyear, you guys are doing a good thing with more of kind of an operational one. I don't know if you want to talk about it, Chris, but your guys' your thermal cameras that you're
Yes.
using to identify when a truck is on fire and trying to catch it before the load gets to the point where it can't be emptied and things like that. But I know you guys went down to APWA to the state conference and did a presentation on it down there and things like that. But if you want to maybe just share kind of some of the things that you guys are doing with that, that'd be great.
Sure. Yeah. We worked with a partner of ours, Seek Thermal. Originally, we had the idea, you know, of some kind of suppression system, and we contacted we were working with our fleet department, seeing if there was something we could do. We got in contact with our fire department and partnered up with them, and they explained that, you know, why it wouldn't work. You know, we were aiming specifically at the lithium battery problem, and you know, they explain that, you know, foams and waters and stuff like that don't do anything. They, you know, the battery will continue to burn. The fireman actually showed me a video of a Tesla burning underwater. So that was pretty eye-opening. So we learned a lot from them, and our fleet department reached out to a couple thermal imaging companies because the fire department mentioned that they use handheld thermal cameras to look into, you know, houses or you know, piles of debris or something to identify where the hot spot is. And we were like, that might help us. So we were able to partner up with Seek Thermal. They're a camera company, and this was kind of out of their wheelhouse, but they saw the potential here. So we did a test program, a beta program, where we put a couple cameras on one of our rear loaders, and we did a tablet that goes into the cab. And, you know, we went to City of Avondale, had a really good fire test facility that the fire department uses, and they shared it with our fire department. We went down there and did a mock-up because obviously city council didn't want us, you know, lighting fires on our rear loaders. Can't imagine why, but so we were able to do a proof of concept, and we found that the thermal cameras would see through the material and would give notification up to 2 minutes faster than our normal human senses would, you know, smell smoke or see smoke or anything like that. And as everyone knows, you know, 2 minutes is an eternity when you're trying to get that stuff out of your truck. You know, we've had a couple fires where if we had that 2 minutes and were able to get the stuff ejected sooner, it would have saved us quite a bit of money in repairs on the vehicle. So, you know, we've moved forward. We're now in, I guess, what would be considered the second beta section. They're actually going to, if you go to Seek Thermal's website, they actually have the information on there, but they made modifications to their cameras so they sit a little more flush on the top, and the tablet that goes in the truck is now more specific and you know, not as big and bulky. Basically, they refined it, and like I said, it's not a suppression system, or it's not going to put the fire out. The idea is the only thing you can do once it starts is get it out of the truck. It's meant to you know, save lives and expenses as far as equipment, and, you know, not damage anybody's house or anything like that. So if anybody has any questions, yeah, I'm happy to answer, or if they want to reach out, send me an email. I'm happy to send them information. or help any way I can.
Awesome, Chris. Thank you. I just wanted to kind of let everyone know that there's, we talk about education and outreach and things like that, but there is opportunities for us to help out with our operations to help at least with our operators and help it be more of a get it safer for them and stuff. So thank you, Chris. Is there anyone else that has a comment that they would like to share on what they're doing with their cities and trying to handle lithium-ion batteries?
I can go. This is Lori with the City of Phoenix. A lot of what you all talked about is what we're doing in Phoenix as well. But I know, Mike, you have a landfill, so do we, and we're seeing a lot of landfill fires as well. So we are working with Fire Rover to do a portable suppression unit that we can move across the face of the landfill each evening. So that's one thing that we're going to be setting up here pretty soon, probably next couple months. And then we are expanding our Fire Rover system. So right now we just have it at North Gateway on our recycling tip floor, but we're going to be expanding to our garbage tip floor as well, because we're seeing fires on the garbage tip floor, and then also at our 27th Avenue. So just really looking into more technology. And then Fire Rover, similar to what Goodyear is doing, looking to explore cameras for the trucks as well, if they have an option. So just kind of looking more into focusing on the technology piece of it, because I mean, we can do a lot of efforts, but at the end of the day, I'm not sure people are reading everything we do. So I think we have to invest a little bit more on our end for technology.
Thanks, Laura. Yeah, we're looking at the Fire Rover system as well. So we might our guys reach out to you guys and see if we can tag along when you guys have them come out for that demo or whatever they're doing. So
yeah, for sure.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anyone else that would like to comment or share before we move on? All right, we'll go to agenda item number 6, our tentative meeting schedule for the MAG Solid Waste Advisory Committee. This item is on the agenda for information. And Julie Hoffman from our Maricopa Association of Governments will present this item.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the committee. We just wanted to let you know that the schedule for the 2026 Solid Waste Advisory Committee meeting dates have been prepared, and they're included in your agenda packet for your convenience. Also, just wanted to take a quick moment, if I can, and recognize that this is the last meeting for our Chair Parks, as serving as our chair. He has been our chair for the last 2 years, and I just want to thank you for your support, commitment, and leadership over these past 2 years. It's been great working with you as our chair, and we have a certificate for you that we wanted to give, expressing our appreciation for your service. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Julie, very much. I appreciate it. All right, we'll go to number 7 on the agenda, requests for future agenda items. An opportunity will be provided for the committee members to request topics or issues of interest they would like to have considered for discussion at a future meeting. Are there any requests from the membership for an item on a future agenda? All right, no requests. All right. The next agenda item is comments from the committee. An opportunity will be provided for committee members to present a brief summary of current events. The committee is not allowed to propose, to discuss, or to deliberate or take action at the meeting on any matter. in this summary, again, this is only just for your comments and to share what is happening in your city and to update. Unless the specific matter is properly noticed for legal action. I'll just kind of do what I've been doing before. I'll just kind of call out cities, and if you would like to give an update on some events or things that are happening in the city, things that you're doing or coming up, that'd be great. I'll begin with the city of Avondale. Is there anything that you want to update on?
Nothing to report at this time.
Thanks. All right. City of Chandler, do you have anything? All right. City of Glendale, do you guys have anything?
Nothing to report.
All right. We'll go to El Mirage, if there's anything there.
Thank you. Nothing to report at this time.
All right. We'll go to Buckeye.
Nothing to report. Thank you.
All right. To Phoenix.
Nothing to report. Thank you.
Anyone on Gilbert, if they want to report?
Nothing to report. Thank you.
Anyone from Mesa? How about the city of Scottsdale? Anyone from the city of Tempe? How about the city of Queen Creek? All right, city of Peoria?
Nothing on our end. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone else that would like to give any updates that is on the call? I'll turn the time over if anyone wants to have an update that I haven't called. All right. The next meeting of the Solid Waste Advisory Committee will be on Tuesday, March 3rd of 2026 at 10 a.m. with no further business. Today's meeting is adjourned.
Thank you.